Motorsport UK is geared towards helping drivers get to that next level. I'm here with Mike from RaceLogic to find out more. Mike, tell me a little bit more about RaceLogic.
Well, we provide GPS data logging systems, and in this particular instance here we're demonstrating our video GPS data logging systems.
And is this something that is an accessible option for a driver? Very
much so, yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's you know, there is a large band of sort of the racing middle class, certainly in this country and in Europe, and an awful lot of them use our equipment precisely to that end, yeah, absolutely.
And so what sort of drivers do you cater for?
Anything really, from club sports right up to much higher up in the you know, the GT world and so on. So a lot of our systems go into a lot of you know, standard club sports series, a lot of Caterham Academy driving, the Fun Cup and so on, and it's also used by a lot of race coaches and professional drivers as well.
What do you think about the plans to have Motorsport UK 2013?
Yeah, I should think that we'll be back here next year. Yeah, it's a great venue. You know, I mean, it's a lovely place to be, and it's fantastic looking out over the track. So it's good. Yeah, it's a nice venue to have it happen.
There are some excellent championships that run in the UK, and it doesn't always have to break the bank. I'm here with Cindy to find out more. Cindy, talk to me about the Sports 2000. Now, this is a really affordable, accessible championship, isn't it?
Yes, as far as the cars go, the prices are capped.
So tell me a little bit more about that.
You're not allowed to, a car should be no more than £42,000 to purchase, and then they restrict what you can actually do with the cars, so it tries to keep the cost down to make it more affordable for everybody.
And the ethos of the Sports 2000 is very much about the friendly atmosphere. People really help each other out, don't they?
It is a very friendly championship. Everybody does help each other out. There are no cutthroat tactics on the track. It's very much gentleman driving, but there's also some very, very fast driving in the both championships as well.
Now, there are lots of championships in the UK that are running and are accessible and available to you. I've caught up with Simon from MSVR to tell us a little bit more. Simon, thank you for joining us. So MSVR organise most of the championships in the UK. Tell me more about.
Yeah, we organise everything from Golf GTI racing all the way up to F3 Cup, which we have here on the stand today. Suitable for drivers everywhere from sort of novices all the way up to, you know, seasoned gentleman racers, as we have a number of.
Now, you are of course standing in front of the F3 Cup. Tell us more about that particular series.
It's basically the most cost-effective way to get into something of F3 calibre, basically. Going into our second championship year for 2013, had a fantastic year in 2012. Had 42 registered drivers over the course of the year. The championship came down to the final round. It wasn't decided until then. Same with the teams championship as well, which was new for this year, which is a really great success story for us, really.
So it is an accessible option for someone out there who might be interested in taking it to just that little bit of a higher level as opposed to grassroots, maybe?
Yeah, exactly that, yeah.
And what would be the process for just anyone out there who wants to get into racing? What would be your advice?
First step, bar none, is to get your race licence, really. And through MSV as a group, we can help with that. With Club MSV organise ARDS tests and training if necessary. And we can do that at a number of our circuits around the MSV group. Once you've got your licence, really, it's then to start looking at what budget you've got to put together, and looking at which series you can compete with that budget, really. And we've got all sorts from sort of the Mark II Golf GTI Championship. You can get started with you know, a fairly limited budget, £4,000, £5,000 to £6,000, all the way up to the Radical SR1 Championship, which is fresh for next year, which is looking at I think it's £45,000 all in, including VAT, and that's basically almost your year paid for. It includes a race suit, race entry, the car. So you know, we've got a good range of budgets that we can cater for, really.
One thing that people don't often realise is that you don't have to have a race car already to get into motor racing. Motorsport UK has a whole host of manufacturers here ready to help you. Tell me a little bit more about MCR.
Yeah, MCR race cars, we manufacture sports racing cars for the Duratec Championship. People can actually buy the cars second-hand or new, or they can do arrive and drive, so they don't actually have to own a car to race the Sports 2000.
Tell me a little bit more about arrive and drive.
Arrive and drive means that we prepare the car, take it to the racetrack, it's set up ready for the driver, they come along, they do a testing, qualifying and a race, and they just get strapped in the car. We give them tuition, we have data technicians, and away they go.
So maybe you've done some karting, maybe you've bought yourself a kit car, you may even have bought yourself a supercar. What could you do next? You could join a motorsports club. Dave, thank you for joining me. Tell me a little bit more about Posto Racing Club.
Posto is a club. We run 2 grids at every meeting. We run a 14 race championship throughout the year. It's the largest single-seater racing club in the UK. It's a very good club to belong to. It's a family club. You know, unlike Formula 1 drivers who disappear into the motorhomes after every race, we're all friends. So we go down the pub at the end of the day, got meals and all the rest of it. And the weekend is not just going racing, it's also a very social event. So it's a very good club to belong to. People will help you with the cars. If you have a problem with the cars, your competitors will get you on the grid. You know, it's that kind of club. And we do good circuits, good racing. What more could you want?
Ravenel are the key sponsors of the Spirit of Motorsport Awards. Tell us more about these awards. What are they?
Basically, it's a 3-year deal that we've done with Motorsport UK. And it's an initiative that would give a prize fund of approximately £10,000, which is split into 3 prizes, one for a kart driver, one for a race driver, one for a rally driver. And each of the 3 years there will be this £10,000 fund. Plus then we will also offer PR support and sort of marketing support as well.
So they're excellent awards. How do people apply?
Yeah, it's quite simple. There's basically, if you go to the website www.spiritofmotorsportawards.co.uk, and there is a form there to fill in, and really anybody who has an MSA competition licence is eligible, and it's as simple as that, really. It's simple as that.
So we are obviously here today at the Motorsport UK. How beneficial has this been for you?
For ourselves, we are relatively new in this country. It's a German oil brand, but it's fairly new on the UK market. And really, it's a really good opportunity for us to get the brand in front of sort of race drivers and teams and everything else, because one of the specialist products we do is motorsport oils. And from our point of view, it's an excellent means of getting our branding out to the public.
Luke from Bennett Racing. Luke, what is this exciting beast that you've brought along to the show today?
Basically, it's a fuel altered, it's called. It's a methanol altered. It runs in a class called Nostalgia Fuel Altered Association at a couple of tracks in the UK. The engine's big block Chevy, or based on a big block Chevy. It's about 3,000 horsepower. We've built it all ourselves. We've sort of had it since 1989, this car, and it's sort of evolved and got quicker sort of throughout that time. The car itself does, I think the 0 to 60 worked out, it's about 0.7 of a second, and the 0 to 100 is about 1.1. But like I say, it's evolved from like the early 90s, so it's got quicker as the years have gone by. So
that is absolutely incredible. And if someone was looking to get into the motor racing world but wasn't really even aware of the drag world, how did they get into it?
Best way is Santa Pod and Shakespeare County do Run What You Brungs. You can literally turn up in your road car, I think pay X amount for a number of runs and run it down, and you become addicted even in a street car because you'll want to better whatever time you've just run. And it's the same with this, it's just obviously a bit quicker, but yes, that's the best way.
Will you be back again next year?
Yeah, definitely, yeah, looking forward to it.
Well, basically, I'm the racetrack manager for Shakespeare County Raceway. We're here to promote drag racing and the Raceway at the same time. It's getting the name out there. Obviously, Shakespeare County is not well known as other drag strips, but we've got to do everything we can do to promote the sport in general, because drag racing relies on a lot of public participation, and we do a lot of public track days, Run What You Brungs, and those are the future. They're the drivers of the future, basically. We've got the Outlaw Anglia here, who's driven by Michelle. That's a real stylish car there, and we've got this gorgeous Corvette behind us, 63 split window, which runs in Super Pro ET. Obviously people like to see different types of cars, and I think this just fits the bill.
Well, the Silverstone Motorsport UK has proven a huge success and a brilliant representation of motor racing in the UK, and what's better is that it's just going to keep on growing. So thank you for watching, and join us again next year for the Motorsport UK 2013. How do I drive this in?